earlier we used to grow ragi in Bangalore. Ragi was a staple food, cheaper than rice and richer in iron content. Eat a tummy full of ragi and mouthful of rice was the 4 months mantra in the 1970s. So I went to a village near Vartur, which was oft swallowed by the urbanization. The growing apartment like Samruddhi Enclave reminded me that growing ragi will vanish of this village forever. So I grew ragi in discarded keyboards with the help of an artist, Subramani, who also does farming. Earlier, Bangalore used to grow ragi. Now we grow computers at the cost of ragi. The ragi keyboards were nurtured with manure and water as if ragi was grown in the actual fields. In Bangalore city, keyboards are discarded faster than the growing period of ragi due to availability of updated versions. The faster the availability, the quicker it gets recycled. So the ragi keyboards were later assembled at the Vishveshwaraya Industrial Museum as part of the exhibition Bangalore Gardens Reloaded. Vishveshwaraya was the one who preserved both ragi and technology in our state. He built dams to grow ragi and introduce technology. People who came to see the technology museum, they saw ragi growing in keyboards, and they were all sort of really, amused. So those who were not used to ragi mistook it to be mustard. Those who knew it thought it was a meaningful, amusing piece. So the one who highly appreciated it was a football player from Vivek Nagar who grew up eating ragi balls. So the extracted keys from the keyboard were filled with ragi and assembled together to look like off-dug cityscape, evolving urban scapes from the feeding fields. So the most meaningfully nostalgic element we can give to ourselves in Bangalore today should be ragi itself, perhaps grown in a discarded keyboard. So this was the ragi, which was almost like really, taken care and then grown well. So later the Later the museum people distributed flyer, converting my work as an object of treasure hunt. So around 3,000 people visit the museum every day. Most of them had a reaction to it. All of them wanted to touch and feel the grass and feel ragi. And almost everyone clicked the ragi keyboards in their mobiles. So this was my the recent project. But have been using keyboards and e-waste to tell the stories of Bangalore city. So I'll also explain one of my earliest projects, which a few slides that will start later on. Okay, now I will be showing images of my previous art show, Unclaimed. It's an installation of 9 videos within a constructed room, built using thousands of discarded keyboards and a few hundred computers, with juxtaposing human voice and technology. All these focus upon the stories of marginal voices, which were never in the limelight, but however continue to prevail. As an installation, computer keyboards dress the walls and monitors creates enclosures and mouses dangle together. So it's almost like a sauna, So the show was to focus upon those aspects of Bengaluru, the videos capturing the portrait of the underbelly of the city. So, for example, there were like some 5 stories which I just showed within the installation. I'll just explain it to you later. So this is like the man who has buried unclaimed dead bodies in the city. like Mahadeva, who has buried more number of unclaimed dead bodies than the number of people he has ever known. So every day he buries 2 to 10 dead bodies in the city that he has been doing since last 30 years. So, and the next one is retired old men and women from Bangalore who laugh at the break of dawn with in parks of Bangalore in order to forget the urban-clad loneliness and alienation. Satyanarayana, the founder member, called his group Romeo, meaning retired old men eating outside. So, and then the other woman, Padma, is a woman who speaks fluent English and has made Cubbon Park a home from past 3 decades, who eats and sleeps in this public park, Cubbon Park actually. So a lot of people know her, and many people, I think, friends here actually. So the other person is Salu Maradathimaka, who has planted hundreds of trees at a stretch of 4 kilometers to give shade to the pedestrians between 2 villages in rural Bengaluru. She and her husband decided to do this green project because they could not bear children. So they wanted to do something good for the people actually. So, and last and not the least, Mr. Hussain from Ash Recyclers, who recycles the e-waste and has been creating jobs for economically weakest section of Muslim women in the city. For example, he converts monitors into TV sets and sells them for almost 2,000 rupees. Yeah, that's the end of it actually. Thanks.